Most people are familiar with Youngstown boxers Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Kelly Pavlik, but you may be surprised to find out how far back the city's history with the sport goes and how many of its residents left their mark on it.
From 1891 up to present day, every fighter that came out of Youngstown, which is 1,580 some, I believe, they're all listed in here.
Today we give you a small glimpse of Youngstown's rich boxing history in flashback.
Flashback is sponsored by Hickey Metal Fabrication.
In the 5th round of the fight, he caught me with the right hand and everything went black for me for about 3 or 4 seconds.
Craig Snyder knows a thing or two about boxing. Over a 20-year career, he fought more than 80 fights, and in 1994, he won the IBC Continental America Junior Middleweight title.
Guys that I was considering fighting were Sugar Ray Leonard. I actually did fight an exhibition bout with Aaron Pryor.
Still, Snyder's story is only one of more than 1,500 he's compiled in his book, The Boxers of Youngstown, Ohio, Boxing Capital of the World. On Thursday, he shared some of its stories at the Tyler History Center in Youngstown.
We have a population of around 65,000. At its height, it was in 160, 180. Right. But we've had 6 world champions, around 18 regional title holders.
Youngstown's first world champion was Jimmy Jones, the Fighting Welshman. Jones won the world welterweight title in Boston on July 27, 1923, defeating Dave Shade. Other world champions include Ray Boom Boom Mancini, Harry Arroyo, Jeff Lampkin, Greg the Flea Richardson, and most recently, Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
For such a small town to produce that many good fighters, and we've had countless fighters who were world-class fighters, world-ranked fighters, guys who fought like Sugar Ray Robinson and things like that. We've had some great fighters out there.
Youngstown's history as a boxing town goes back to 1891 with Mike Farragher, its first recorded professional boxer.
He was a pretty decent fighter himself. He never held any kind of title or anything, but he fought a lot of good fighters out there.
Snyder says the most rewarding part of writing the book was learning about some of the city's lesser-known fighters.
There was Joey Carr, Kido. He held the record for fighting in Madison Square Garden the most time in 1 year. He fought there 17 times 1 year. Tony Gennaro was a heck of a fighter himself. He got beat up by the Raging Bull.
Snyder says Youngstown boxing saw its heyday in the 40s and 50s before experiencing a resurgence in the 70s.
One thing that really brought popularity back to boxing, it was Hollywood itself, the movie Rocky in 1976.
Today, the sport isn't as popular, with many shying away due to the long-term health effects. Still, Snyder says it's a history the city of Youngstown can be proud of.
We're a boxing town. Boxing is something that's widely accepted in the area. Parents are a little squeamish about letting their kids get into it, but it's a great sport.
Hickey Metal Fabrication, family owned and proudly based in Salem for 75 years. We have state-of-the-art equipment and are ready to handle your start-to-finish fabrication needs.